And welcome back to another episode of the Two Hoodies podcast. I'm T Money.
I probably should have checked the audio on this because you are fucking blaring loud when you
because I'm fucking talking into the microphone, bitch. Learn how to do it.
I can't find kinder words for you. You are molesting the microphone.
You're goddamn right I am, because I'm excited. I'm excited for today because guess what? We have a special guest. And they have their own fucking microphone this time.
Is that what this is?
It's Jonathon!
Not everything big and black, you know. Enjoy your big and black thing.
Whoa. Watch yourself.
What?
This gets streamed live. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I wasn't told there would be a microphone and cameras.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important that you talk into the fucking microphone.
I don't want to talk into I want to talk to you.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Wow.
Now we're fucking talking. All right. Welcome, Jonathan. Last time you were here, you had to share a microphone with Rick. Now you have your own. How does that feel?
Well, I also wasn't here for half of it. If you remember, we kind of left for some disappointing reasons and then came back. But it is definitely a nice.
I don't recall why you left for disappointing reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was there a female involved?
There's always a female involved.
It's always a female.
Speaking of females being involved, Rick now has a girlfriend.
I do.
And thus we have a new setup because now all of a sudden he cares about his fucking room.
It's not in correlation. I just
Bullshit.
I like my everyday shit.
Who wants to put a thumbs down for relationship, Rick? Guess what?
Love you, Rick.
Not me, bitch. All right. So Rick has a girlfriend, and this time it's a legitimate girlfriend.
She's nice. I like her.
Not like that other girlfriend that I used to talk about.
She was never my girlfriend.
Well, by the way, that other girlfriend, she's pregnant, so looks like you
that's
dodged.
any indication.
Looks like you dodged a bullet there. But yeah, now you have a real girlfriend, and I don't know how, but yeah, she's what? This is not the doctor, by the way. We had people hit me up. They wanted to know.
My God.
They wanted to know. What happened with Rick and the doctor? I was like, well, he's actually with a lawyer now. They're like, what? They can't fucking believe it. You've spanned the gamut here of professions. I don't understand. But
I didn't think we were gonna go this route.
Oh, we're going this route. So yeah. Anyways, this stupid ass desk setup is now courtesy of Rick's girlfriend. So.
That's not true. That is not true.
Needless to say, I'm already a huge fan of yours. All right.
But the lawyer part might work out if he keeps up with yesterday's, track record.
Yesterday, oh, that's true. Rick did get pulled over yesterday for possession of marijuana.
I did not.
Which is only a misdemeanor. It was a misdemeanor.
I didn't get pulled over for marijuana. Why would you guys say?
I mean, yeah, you did. So
No,
I don't know.
You
had a firearm in the car. So what the fuck? Like, it only gets worse.
I plead the fifth on that part.
Yeah, he's a witness, and you're lucky he's pleading the fifth. All right. Anyways. Rick got pulled over. It doesn't matter. He has a lawyer girlfriend, and she's billing him by the hour. So yeah, Rick, what is it like to be in love? Does it feel good? I mean, episodes ago, it seemed like you couldn't even love anything.
What do you mean? The last episode we talked about was do we still believe in love? And I said, yeah, of course.
I know, which was shocking because I mean, if you look at your trajectory, you've literally gone from I don't even want to be here, to now you're I can't.
Oh my God, I need to reorganize my room.
Right, I need to reorganize my room. I can't live unless I text this girl back.
No, that's not.
You made John drive.
He made me talk to her in the McDonald's drive-through line.
Wow. The same McDonald's drive-through that made you late yesterday?
Potentially.
For the record, yesterday, this is an F&G weekend, okay? Fat and gay weekend for anybody that's keeping track at home. Fat and gay weekend.
I'm the fat, he's the gay. I want to die. We got to clarify that.
And I'm just both. And then, so basically... This started off yesterday with us working on my swamp buggy in Naples, and then Rick was late because he had to talk to his girlfriend.
That's not. Why are we blaming my girlfriend for everything? What the fuck is happening?
Get used to it. That's what happens when a guy feels like he's losing his best friend. No, I'm just kidding. And
speaking of, where's Josh?
Yeah, who
probably
the fuck
with his
Josh?
Wife.
I don't know who Josh is, but where the fuck is he? All right. Anyways, so yeah, he gets pulled over. They're in the McDonald's line, whatever. And now we're here, and you still haven't answered the question of what it's like to be in love.
I wouldn't say that love is the word we're using just yet.
Wow. shit.
Guys!
Weird way to find out, huh?
Oh my fucking god.
I was about to name drop her, but I didn't. Yeah, that's an awkward way to find out. That
It's been 3 fucking weeks.
Well, okay, that's interesting. It's only been 3 weeks, and you guys are clearly not at that level yet. But you know who is at that fucking level?
Jesus?
Your fucking brother, because your brother is engaged, everybody. I know you've heard me shout them out on the show before. Steph and Lee got engaged, and we actually have a video of it. And if we get permission, we're going to cut to it right now.
Marty. Will you do the honors to being my husband? Will you do the honors of marrying me? No, that was perfect. That was the video.
That's beautiful. That's perfect. Is this real?
Yeah.
That's real.
I see a neat arch.
There you go.
You gotta kiss the bride to be.
I can't believe this.
Might be a little too small. That might be a little too small.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so if we did get permission, you saw exactly what happened, and it's hilarious. If we didn't get permission, I'll just describe it for you because we do have permission to describe it. Basically, your brother kind of fumbled the bag there a little bit and said,
You get one chance to say,
will you do me the honor of being my husband? And he said this in front of her, and it looks like maybe her family there.
Yeah.
And this was on her birthday.
Yes.
That's excellent.
That's memorable.
That is memorable.
That is memorable. She will never forget. Remember when you asked me to be your husband? Oh wow! But
You
Rick,
didn't put your shit on airplane mode, dickhead.
what do you mean?
You're getting notifications over there.
Yeah.
Am I really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, swipe down for me.
Is it swiped down?
And it's probably the Wi-Fi might be on.
The Wi-Fi is on.
All right, turn off the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And now we're good, and it's still recording.
Yes.
Look at that. Problem solved, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop making problems for the podcast.
Listen.
Stop it.
You've made a big problem, and it's called the organization of this room.
I
so
live in a
let's
fucking
talk about the
box.
fact that your brother, who's younger than you, is now engaged, and you
Live in a box.
You after 3 weeks can't say I love you, but you'll reorganize your room for her. Sounds like love to me, Rick. Sounds like extreme
Look,
love.
I'm not going to say love is the word we're using yet, but I did promise her that very drawer right there.
Wait a minute. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
This woman has a drawer in your home
She will be having a drawer.
dedicated to her.
Well, yeah, she's come here numerous times already. In
And
the
now she
house.
has a drawer.
Yes. Oh, she's going to.
She's come numerous times
Stop!
in this house.
Stop!
More than you?
No.
What?
No.
Wait, what just
Is it
happened?
just this room?
Hold
or-
on, Rick. What just happened to your fucking video?
What happened to my video?
It literally stopped recording.
It like closed
It closed it.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now let's see what happens if I try to. See, remember how you said I was causing problems for the podcast?
I fucking hate my life.
Okay. It's re-recording, but I really don't know if it's gonna keep on.
This only makes complications.
Yeah, this is fucked, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we call being fucked. All right. Anyways, so
Can we change the subject?
yeah, Rick doesn't want to talk about his girlfriend anymore.
No, look. She's a very nice girl.
Okay.
I appreciate her very much.
Yeah.
She puts up with my shit.
Right.
That is a significant part.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Takes talent.
listen, instead of talking about her coming over here, then we will talk about how
not
you
doing this.
were
Can I leave?
dressed up as a particular thing. We're not going to ruin it because you still have to. You owe me a video. Rick and I made a bet. You may have seen me post something about this, but Rick has a certain costume, and he wore this costume recently when he was karting around. Now, Jonathan, you are the resident crazy kart expert. Can you just describe to the people at home what this is? They've seen a little bit of a video, but can you give more of a clarification?
So
Where can they
it's-
find out more information?
It's basically an electric scooter that's meant for drifting. They're made by Razor. Our buddies at Taxi Garage make full custom carts that make parts to go as fast as your wallet will allow you to go. And it's just all around a good wholesome stupidity of a time of sketchy funness.
Right.
Funness is fun. I will say that.
Now, speaking of what you said about you can go as fast as your wallet will allow you to go. So this is why Rick and I have a wager, right? Not even a wager, but more of an agreement where he's going to do something for me and he's going to go faster, okay? And, he has a certain costume that he was wearing and they were riding around FIU. And what happened, Jonathan?
So he wanted to go out riding. I did not want to. I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to stay home today.
You must have been like kind of,
Yeah,
PTSD from the last time you guys went riding together.
Not so much. It was, just long.
Don't wink at me. Don't you fucking wink at me.
Okay.
Long week, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call it a night. And Rick being Rick, annoying. Oh, let's go. So I told him, all right, look, I'll go on one condition. You have to wear the costume,
Right.
and you have to do a full lap around FIU in the costume.
Perfect.
So long story short, we went riding. We ended up getting spotted and ended up on a FIU Barstool Instagram page.
So you guys are now famous.
To which the FIU Barstool guy wants to actually go ride with us. So we need to attempt that again.
Right. And I think we're now students of FIU now.
We have been told that we are honorary FIU students by the comment section of Instagram.
Correct.
Well, welcome then. What are you guys, the Golden Panthers or something like that?
Golden Panthers, let's go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know where's my parking decal. I don't want to get towed or booted.
Yeah, that's a good point. Speaking of this crazy cart, are you going to get your girlfriend into this crazy cart business? Or
it's a really good question. Probably not.
Rick's like, I need something that I just do with the boys,
Probably not. If she wants to, by all means, but it's not something I'm going to bring up, be like, oh, hey, you have to try this.
Now, Rick, just to recap, you ride around on toy carts, you shoot toy guns, and you play RuneScape. How does your girlfriend feel about your childlike behavior?
Why is this happening?
I'm just glad it's going that way and not this way.
I mean, Jonathan drives a real car, so we'll forgive him.
What do you mean he drives a real car?
He drifts a real car.
No,
In
he
fact,
doesn't.
Some of his stories he's described sounds like he's in the real life Grand Theft Auto.
He's really not.
So I just want to know from your end, how does your girlfriend feel about your childlike activities?
I think she likes what I do, and she appreciates that
kind
I'm
of
active.
Active. Well, that's one way to put it. Active, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, anyway.
I don't think that's what the A stands for between, fat and gay.
Yeah. Not active.
Definitely not active.
Not active.
This has become a fat and gay weekend.
It is.
Yes,
It is.
it
F&G. F&G, baby. F&G Racing. Look out for the rainbow. All right. Speaking of racing, the buggy races, we all were at that. That was, a few weeks ago, something like that?
Yeah. 3, something like that?
Something like that.
Had to have been 3 weeks.
Thank God that, Rick, as useless as he is, knows from some very useful people, and he brought Jonathan along, who has some, great abilities and expertise that he could have provided, and he is now an official member of the Your Mom pit crew. So thank you, Jonathan. We appreciate you. I don't know what button will, maybe this one? No. Yeah, that one. That's a good one.
That's the keeper.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's the one right there.
I don't know how I still don't know. I haven't memorized these buttons yet, but all right. Anyway, so thank you for showing up. We needed your help for sure. Rick, unfortunately, was unable to announce because some bullshit.
We got cucked.
Yeah, we got fucking kicked out of the booth in place of some geriatric, decrepit.
Yo,
fucking.
Hey, you seem nice.
Yeah.
You wanna.
Well, if I was about to die, I'd be pretty nice too, probably. But
it was a long way down those stairs.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they even got up there. But basically, there's no wheelchair lift. Yeah, we got kicked out, and we're not gonna get too into the politics of swamp buggy racing, but if you ever want to know, you can just ask, or you can show up and get involved yourself, and maybe just help us beat these old fucks. Anyway, we're not going to go down that road right now.
Gonna take down the oligarchy. Fuck them.
Let's see. What else? You guys saw a fire on the way home last night. How was that?
It was like Satan's butthole.
Okay.
No, it's
More or less.
bright orange light in the sky. You know, it's late at night. I look to Rick and I'm like, hey, I think my ex moved over there. It looks like a gateway to hell.
Yeah.
Um,
And what's she up to?
I have no fucking clue, thankfully.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not like this guy that still gets text messages.
Whoa, don't get him in trouble with this. He's got a current girlfriend.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I had to.
Wow.
Oh my fucking
Wow,
god.
Rick, did you tell
I told him to let me just send like one of those awkward selfies, like from the close-up angle, like, who's this?
No, you should have sent a dick pic, and then she'd been like, that's not the dick I... Oh, wait, that's right. I never got to experience Rick's dick because it was a sexless relationship. All right, anyways, Rick, does your current girlfriend know that you received text messages from your ex-girlfriend?
No, I thought the matter was pretty insignificant, so I wasn't gonna mention it because I typically, when I see them, I delete them.
See,
This is.
here's the
I will
thing.
give. I will vouch for that part.
Rick, let me tell
I
you...
delete everything that comes from my ex.
Let me tell you something about women, Rick. Anything that you think is insignificant is actually the most significant thing to them.
See, the problem is, now that you're saying it like that,
Yeah,
it
you're
may
scared.
in fact be that way.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna fucking drop dead from my anxiety attacks again.
It's all right. It's all right. It'll be okay.
Again
It'll be
is
okay.
a keyword there.
I promise you, if she hasn't left you by now, she's not going anywhere. Okay.
I'm so
anyway.
surprised, actually.
So, Rick, I want to let you in on something. I was almost recently scammed. Not really, because I would never fall for this shit. But
Because I'm a fucking genius prodigy, you know. Nobody could fuck with me.
I mean, you said it. Anyways, but yeah, I was contacted by somebody, and they said, "Hey, do you write originals?" And I said, "Songs?" And they said,
Comedy skits.
and they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Yes." And then they said, "Great, I'd like you to write a song for my son. His birthday's in a couple weeks, just a simple birthday with some details about him. Willing to pay you $500 if that's okay." So at this point, I'm like, yeah, we're fucking right, okay? And I reach out to Tyler, who you know, and I said, yeah, listen to this bullshit. And he was like, dude, I got a message just like that from somebody. Different person, but this seems to be a thing. They're targeting artists, making them feel important, like, oh, I like your music.
Right.
Can you write a song for my son? Right? So I'm like, wow, same message, huh? So now in my mind, I start to say, all right, it's time to fuck with this person. So
Yes.
I was like, when do you need it by? And they're like, his name's Daniel. We call him Danny C. He's turning 6 April 10th, so I'll need it on the 8th. Say something about Catboy and PJ Masks. Catboy is a character in his favorite cartoon show called PJ Masks. Call him Spider-Man, too. Haha. I sometimes have to carry him so he can shoot his imaginary web and climb walls. Haha. His best friend is a girl called Jenna. She's 5 years old. He has a pup named Maxie. I don't want to narrow your imagination. Just want you to do your thing. Also, a phone camera recording is just perfect. Just your vocal and an instrument you play would do fine. $250 now, $250 when you're done work for you? So I'm like, wow, this person is really dedicated into getting me to believe this scam. They came up with this whole thing. Catboy is in fact a thing. I know Anna, our last guest, has a son. I've played with a Catboy action figure. So I'm like, this is dedication. So all that they said, and then they say $250 now, $250 when you're done work for you. I just said, yeah. And then they're like, hey, I use a business checking account. Here's where we get into the scam part.
Oh, boy.
So I'll need your full name and to write you a mobile check for payment and email to send it over. You just deposit it with your mobile bank app at home. So then I said, wait.
Convenient enough.
I said, wait, is it in USD? And they're like, yes. What bank are you using? And then I said, unfortunately, I only can accept payment in the form of green M&Ms. So that saga has yet to be finished, and we'll see how it goes.
How many green M&Ms are we talking about?
Okay,
Well-
but are we going by quantity or by weight?
Yeah,
True.
that's a good
Because
question.
there are some
true.
deformed M&Ms that should not count as M&Ms.
I think that I'll have to clarify that with them when they respond back to me.
What if they sneak Skittles into the mix?
Well, that would just be, you know what? That would be very gay of them. All right. And
Wow.
the fact that you thought of that tells me everything I need to
What
know.
about peanut butter? The almond ones,
The one that, like, what kind of peanut butter?
like the peanut M&Ms.
Like when you put it on your
well,
balls
the
and let your
peanut,
dog
the
lick
peanut
it?
M&Ms are fucking massive, though. You're not
Oh,
gonna compare
peanut
that.
M&Ms are Wait, peanut butter M&Ms or peanut?
I think it's peanut M&Ms, right? The ones
There's
that, like-
both.
There's both.
Peanut M&Ms.
One is
which
a
is
red.
the yellow pack.
Yeah,
and
one
you
is
have
a
peanut
red.
What kind
butter.
of M&Ms are we talking?
Peanut butter is a red pack, and peanut is a yellow pack.
Yeah, but then again, the peanut butter M&Ms are just fucking overweight Reese's Pieces.
We're talking about something that's not real, and I hate this.
They're very much
they're very
real.
real. What the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
talking about the scenario.
What? It is real. Did you not hear all about Catboy? What the fuck is wrong with you? All right,
Don't
anyways.
you dare disrespect Catboy and the Reese's M&M
fuck is
crossover.
The last thing I want to talk about before we get into the actual questions on this podcast, which if you've never watched this podcast before, first of all, thank God you fucking missed a lot of bullshit. But this is a podcast where two dumb guys answer, what is it? Two dumb guys answer
Life's
Wait.
greatest questions.
Oh, I know. Two dumb guys give dumb answers to life's greatest questions. I don't even know what the show's about. You see how much bullshit it is?
What
And
are we
then we're
doing?
sometimes joined by somebody else. In this
don't.
case, Jonathan, thank you for being here. The last thing I want to talk about is male breast cancer. I did not know it was a thing. Why are you looking at me like that?
No,
you
no,
think
go
this
ahead.
is a fucking joke?
No, it's not a joke. Go ahead.
I'm actually cue up Sarah McLachlan, Arms of the Angel, right now.
They're not going to do that.
Okay. Anyway, she will edit it if I tell her to. All right.
Please.
Thank you, Chantal. You're the best. Anyways, male breast cancer. I didn't know this was a thing, but Beyonce's father has male breast cancer. Or had it. I don't know. I haven't checked his tits lately, but I think he might be good now. But did you know that male breast cancer is a thing?
Yes. Yes, I did.
How did you know that?
Because breast cancer is a thing.
But how did you know male breast cancer was a thing?
I thought it was just the
Because
same.
it's just breast.
Yeah.
Breast is breast. And
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. Clearly, he has breast.
You have breasts. You have breasts. Everybody has breasts.
I actually am lacking in the breast department.
You're lactating. That's the problem.
Is that why it gets all wet?
Yes.
All right. Anyways,
Is
well,
that what that is?
so that was
I
an
thought it was
interesting
sweat.
fact. And another interesting fact I learned about Beyonce, because this is the portion of the show where we discuss Beyonce, is that her name was actually derived from her mother's maiden name. So her mom's last name is Beyonce.
Oh.
Right. That's interesting.
Interesting.
And I guess Chris Rock once made a joke about that, like saying, oh, look, you know, we've gone from Kunta to now we name our kids Beyonce. But her mother laughed at that joke because he simply didn't understand that that wasn't a name she made up. It was
Right.
her last name. And speaking of Chris Rock, we'll get to him. But I would like to know, what would your name be if your first name was your mother's maiden name?
Well, we're putting out last names to the public and on the internet?
Yes, absolutely.
That's pretty fucked up of you, okay?
What would your fucking name be?
My government name?
Yes. You don't have to say your government if you don't want
I
to.
miss David.
Love you, Rick.
He's right here. So what would your name be? We don't have to use your real last name if you want to be a bitch, but
So it would be my mom's maiden name,
maiden
and
name
my
and then your
current
last name. You could
So-
use your stage name. He does porn.
Let's see. So my mother's maiden name is Cello.
Like the instrument.
Yes.
Spelled like sky in Spanish.
Cielo.
Cielo. Cielo.
Okay.
And your last name? Russo. Pussy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Cielo Pussy.
No. Falanga.
Oh, wow. He dropped his government. Shit. Cello Falanga. That sounds like a very Italian fuck.
Yeah.
And your name would be?
I would be Reed Wallace.
That sounds like a NASCAR driver.
It does.
I
I
like
want to
that.
go fast.
Yeah,
And
you
here
do.
comes Reed Wallace around the corner.
I'm on fire, Reed Wallace.
Reed Wallace says his car's
Help
on
me,
fire
baby
right now.
Jesus.
It looks like Reed Wallace just did 3 front flips in his vehicle, and the safety crew's out there right now. Let's go down to the track to interview his corpse. Jesus Christ.
Help me, baby Jesus. Help me, Tom Cruise.
That's right. Ricky, I was high when I said that. All right, anyway. Applebee's has rats. I found a whole rat in my Cobb salad. All right, I'm done. I
Great
promise.
movie. Great movie.
Great movie.
10 out of 10.
And my name would be Regal Edmonds, and that just sounds like the most pretentious fuck ever.
It sounds like a product.
Yeah, Regal Edmonds.
It sounds like they would announce your name and you'd come out wearing one of those like red suede velvety jackets.
Exactly. Hello. It sounds like one of those guys that comes
With
out
with a monocle.
and you can't tell if he's saying ears or yes because he's just like, yeah. Are you saying ears or yes? Yeah. Indeed. So, anyways, enough of that bullshit. Now let's get to the podcast where we answer questions. And I told you we were going to circle back to Chris Rock. So let's just talk about it. Even though by the time this podcast comes out, inevitably, something just came up on your camera. I hope it didn't say something about your battery, because I will fucking murder you.
Bro, it's...
But, anyways.
Plugged in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I just brightened up your camera.
God help us.
It is charging, so.
But is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's
Why
recording.
is my camera doing this?
I don't know. Let's make sure that you look pretty. There we go. All right. Anyway, so by the time this podcast comes out, inevitably, this topic will have been beaten like a dead horse, but we're going to discuss it anyway. And that is the Oscars. Obviously, I'm a huge fan, Rick. You know this. I watch every film.
You're weird.
I love the Oscars.
I'm sure
And
you
it
do.
was tainted, much like your taint is, by the actions of Will Smith when he struck Chris Rock across the face. Obviously, if you're watching this and you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, you live under a fucking rock. And we're not Chris Rock, get it? Anyways.
Jesus.
Oh, I fucking hit the right button.
Why do we have that?
I don't know, but it was perfect timing. Anyways, but yeah, let me get your opinion on this, gentlemen. Obviously, I'm assuming you are aware of what happened, yes? Or do you need any explanation?
I don't think we'll be needing any explanation.
Jonathan?
I mean, look, listen, the only Oscars I know are the Meyer Wieners.
Yeah, exactly.
But I am aware of the situation.
Okay, perfect.
Through, numerous long bathroom breaks at work,
Perfect.
scrolling the internet.
Perfect. And we'll get to those Meyer Wieners later, I promise you. I kid you not, we will. So you're aware that Will Smith struck Chris Rock across the face. Are you aware of the reason why?
He made a joke about his wife.
Right. He made a
With
joke.
the whole, can't wait for G.I. Jane 2.
Right. About his slut wife.
Yes.
And so then he got all of a sudden mad and walked on stage, went out of his way. Why are you looking at me like that?
Not.
Don't piss me off. Went out of his way to strike him across the face. So, first of all, what are your opinions on the matter, Jonathan?
I feel it's understandable, but at the same time, if you watch some of the video, and I see your face, it's understandable to an extent, because, as being in a relationship, you stand up for your significant other. But if your significant other is standing up to sit down on the lap of someone else, maybe not anymore.
Yes, she is a.
My biggest question about this is, do we now have to stop referring it to as Chris Browning someone and start saying I'm going to Will Smith you?
Right, I'm gonna Will Smith you. Well, I think it depends on if you're slapping a woman or a man. Anyways, let me.
Which is hard to tell these days.
Let me ask you this. So yeah, it is, Rick. Anyway,
What?
I'm referring to you.
I'm glad you caught where I was going
Yeah.
with that.
Guys, kids.
You quite literally, FIU Barstool, everybody. So, but let me ask you this though, Jonathan. You just said something. Are you implying that it's okay to stand up for your significant other as long as they're not a whore?
I believe so, yes.
So only wholesome significant others
Yes.
deserve to be defended. Okay.
Well, I mean, also at the same time, in that same situation, you would no longer be my significant other.
Right.
That's
Right.
where we draw the line.
They would be your insignificant other.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this though.
Or in the backyard.
So are you saying that in the instance of the joke that was made, are you aware of the joke that was made? Yes. You said the G.I.
Yes.
Jane. So would you, in your mind, is that cause enough to walk up and strike
I don't think
somebody?
so, seeing that as it's a comedian. You go to a comedy show,
Right.
you know somebody is going to get ragged on. You
Especially
have a comedian
if you're sitting in the front
You have
row.
a comedian hosting, you're in the front row.
Right.
You do
Your
have
life
that,
is a joke.
exactly.
Right.
You have the whole, what is it, the jester's immunity thing, whatever.
Right,
of like
right.
you're at, it's a comedian, you're there, it's going to happen.
But you think that
But if you, I don't know if you've seen different angles of it. I saw one that it looked like he laughed at it at first.
He did.
She made a face at him, and that's
right.
when he reacted.
Right.
So in that instance, I don't see that as you're not really standing up for her. You're more of just like, I don't know. It
Trying
makes
to please her,
exactly. It really makes
like
me look at
other
him.
guys do.
There you go. Exactly.
Right.
It really makes me like, damn. I kind of lost a little bit of respect for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I did at this, at the beginning of it, where it's like, damn, okay, why the hell would you stay around for that? But
Right.
now to be even defending that,
Right.
like,
Rick, do women need our protection?
He throws me with that one. I would imagine that they need our protection, but in this case in particular,
Yeah.
I think we should have been slapping the girl instead. No, I'm just
What
kidding.
the
I'm
fuck?
kidding. No, I'm kidding. I think with the whole Will Smith thing, I think the use of violence was not necessary. I mean, it was a really shitty joke.
Right.
it was a lowball joke.
No, like it wasn't
Low
not,
ball?
Not in the.
You say
it was
low-balled?
It was not like a shitty. Oh, that was a shitty thing to say.
Right.
Because jokes are jokes.
Right.
It was just a bad joke.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good joke.
I thought it was a great joke. Well, okay, let me say this.
It wasn't that good of a joke.
Let me say this. It wasn't that funny. Like, if you're gonna go below the belt, at least make it a little more funny. So, yeah, in that instance, sure.
I think the lack of laughter hurt Chris Rock the most.
What the fuck?
I mean, Will Smith laughed. That's a win right there.
Here's the thing.
He starts laughing his ass off, turns to his wife, who's like,
But here's my thing, Rick. I asked you a very specific question.
Yes.
Do you think women need our protection from, like, say, a joke? Do we need to be protecting them from words? Do we have to flex our muscles and, like, beat someone's ass just because somebody said something to them? Or can they stand up for themselves?
I'd like to think that women want to be independent enough to stand up for themselves.
Right.
It would be ideal for everybody, 2022.
Right.
But certain things cross the line. I don't think that necessarily crosses the line where you need to hit somebody.
Right.
I don't think you need to resort to violence, period, when it comes to something like that.
I agree.
Like, could you have just yelled out whatever you said and
Right.
that was it?
You could even threaten to beat their ass without actually doing it.
Yeah, Will Smith could have just said what he said, and that would have been a wrap.
Right. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I would have got the
I
message
think
across.
that would
That
have
would have been fair
sufficed
enough.
Right.
more than
Yeah.
enough.
But he made a big spectacle out of it. And if you ask me, it's a bitch move to go up and strike somebody when you know damn well that they really can't do anything back. Like, what's Chris Rock gonna do? Like, say, all right, Oscar's over. It's time to fucking box.
Yeah. The
Like-
ring goes around them. The referees, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, he handled... Do I have that? I got it on the second try. That actually was perfect because it was like, yeah, it was a lame-ass fight. And then, let's go.
Who'd win in that fight?
Who would win in that fight? I think that Will Smith is bigger and he would probably win, to be honest with you.
Really?
But obviously Chris Rock can take a hit because he just stood there and kept going.
Yeah.
Very professional response by Chris Rock. But yeah, I think Will Smith would unfortunately win. Also, Jimmy Butler and Udonis Haslem tried to fight, but anyway, that's another story.
I didn't see that.
So yeah, I just think that personally, I am of the mindset that there's very limited things that require you to get physical with somebody. If they, of course, lay their hands on you, or if they spit on you, because technically spitting on someone is battery
Yeah.
under the
Yep.
letter of the law.
Yeah.
And it's also, to me, the most disrespectful thing that you could probably do to somebody. But words, words are words. Let's just keep it at words. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know. Because I try to think about other situations. Like, what if it was more of an up close type of thing? You know, like they were backstage and Chris Rock said, "Hey, G.I. Jane too." Like, and then Will was like, "Bitch," you know. I still don't agree with it then, but he went out of his way
Yeah.
to walk up there and do it. You know what I mean? This is what bothers me the most about it. Couple things. Number one, all the guys that are like, well, I would do the same thing if I was Will.
Would
no,
you, though?
the fuck you wouldn't, you pussy bitches. You would fucking sit there with your mouth shut. And you probably would be honored that Chris Rock even talked about your girl. You pathetic fucking losers. Anyway, secondly,
Fair enough.
the other thing that bothers me is people that like defend Will Smith to the ends of the earth, like saying like, no, he was standing up for his wife. A lot of women have been defending him by saying he was standing up for his wife.
Yeah.
They need therapy, okay? They need therapy. That's all I'm going to say. But overall, I think it's just a very unfortunate thing, for sure. I don't know. And it brings me to the question, Rick, would you slap somebody that insulted your girlfriend of 3 weeks?
No. I
All
probably
right.
wouldn't slap
Jonathan, go ahead.
What? Oh.
Insult his girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Well,
No.
since you asked nicely.
No.
Rick's like, no, don't make me slap you, motherfucker.
I look, I'm not. Have you guys ever seen me hurt anybody?
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah. Whoa, this got dark. No, I'm just kidding. Have I ever seen you hurt anybody?
Yes, all the kids that he shoots in the
Yeah,
head.
that's true. You shoot children in the face and you laugh about it and post it on the internet for other people's enjoyment, particularly Drake.
Hey man, I gotta put out the content for Drake. If he laughs at it, then I laugh at it.
Until he fucking doesn't laugh and comes up and slaps the shit out of you.
Get your wife's name.
I would pay to see that.
Drake slap Rick?
I would pay to see
Can
Drake
I be in the
slap
penis
it.
costume?
Oh, now you gave it away. It's a penis costume.
No, don't. You
If
can just
he's-
bleep it out. You can fucking bleep
Listen,
it out.
if he slaps you while you're wearing the penis costume, that means he would be
Stop
beating,
saying it. You can just bleep it out.
beating
Okay,
your
well, you
dick.
can keep bleeping it out.
Well, that's a lot of effort for the fucking editor.
Who gives a fuck?
The
He'd
editor?
be beating your dick. All right. Anyways, so yeah, Will Smith, Oscars. Do you guys? What repercussions should there be?
Death.
Yeah, like if you were Chris Rock, and this is obviously going to affect your career moving forward, it seems like in a positive way. His fucking comedy show has been selling out.
Well, that is true.
Are you? Would you sue?
No.
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 Would you
I-
press charges?
No. I'm couldn't.
I wouldn't press charges, but it's definitely something that it's something you could keep in the pocket if anything happens up. You can be like, hey, remember when?
I mean,
and
this
I owe
guy
you.
literally came on stage and bitch slapped you, and you're gonna let the public decide his fate rather than do any retaliation.
Yeah.
Would you slash his tires if nobody knew?
See, the issue is you don't go for slashing the tires.
Okay.
Right? You take a razor blade.
Okay.
You peel back the valve stem. You make a small cut at the bottom of the valve stem,
Okay.
and it will slowly leak over the course of like a week or two.
Yeah.
But it'll get to a point where there's not enough pressure to leak. So you're going to see it and just think, all right, it's low on air. You fill it, and a week later, it's low on air, and you're going to keep doing it over and over and over and over.
Wait a minute.
And it's not a big enough leak that it takes. Someone has to be specifically looking for that leak to find it.
Did you fucking do that to my car? Because one of my tires, I had this problem. It's not even a fucking joke.
Why would you think that I did that?
This
Because
is a
he
little
fucking
high
is the
IQ.
architect, and he probably could. You probably were like, you know what, Taylor,
You know what we should
I'm
do?
sick of him. What can I do?
Why is Taylor buying Ricky a motor, not me?
Yeah, bro. Literally, my gold Corolla. This has been going on for months. I finally just got the tire changed. I was like, fucking change it, because it just keeps. Then I have to refill it. It was fucking obnoxious,
Taylor,
bro.
has it ever occurred to you that there may be people that don't like you?
No.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, so Rick just admitted to slashing my valve stem.
That's not.
Yeah,
not
I'll
true.
testify to
You
that.
know what?
You can't stop.
That's all right,
Stop
Rick.
that.
We're gonna fucking cut up your valve stem, if you know what I mean. Fucking
You're gonna circumcise me?
uncircumcised fuck.
There it is.
All right.
See, always comes back to my penis. He just keeps talking about my penis.
Somebody's
I mean, can
gotta
you blame
talk
him? He's
about
here
it.
putting meat in his mouth. He's
That's right.
thinking of seconds.
This beef jerky, baby.
Thinking of seconds.
All right.
That's good.
So in terms of what repercussions should happen for Will Smith, any?
I don't really think anything's going to happen like up front.
Well, he resigned from the Academy. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
I don't.
I
Which is like, who gives a fuck? What is the Academy? It's a fucking bunch of movie fucking dorks.
Movie dorks. Movie dorks.
People that make movies. He resigned. He pulled a Nixon, and he resigned before he was basically kicked out. Whoop-de fucking do. Do you think there should be any other
No, it's just.
I don't think anything's going to come of it. If anything, it would have been, it's just going to look bad on him for any future endeavors that he goes into.
Right.
But I really don't see. Was it poorly timed and placed, and it was completely unavoidable, unnecessary?
Yeah.
I don't really see anything coming of it. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with nothing coming of it.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things. I saw somebody put it pretty well. They said that Will Smith is too big to cancel, but he has stained his reputation, legacy, whatever you want to call it. And I agree with that. I think that he's not going to get canceled. He's still going to do whatever the fuck he wants. A lot of people still love him. As they, this was one mistake in a career mostly, that wasn't, fucking like terrible by any stretch of the imagination. He's not some of these other Hollywood fucks like, Mel Gibson or some of these other fuckheads. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where now anytime you say Will Smith, you will think of
Yeah,
this.
you're going to come back
That's
to
true.
this.
This will be a joke that arises, kind of like R. Kelly pissing on,
Piss
which
on you.
again, this is a little
Maybe
more
Macklemore
serious.
will make a song about him.
There we go. It smells like R. Kelly sheets piss. Yeah. Or Michael Jackson and the touching of children. Of course, there's a lot of other shit that Michael Jackson did, but we tend to think of that. We tend to make jokes about it. And slapping somebody is not as serious as touching kids or peeing on them. But nonetheless, I think people will still talk about it. And I blame Jada a lot too. Fuck her.
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
hands down.
Just stay away from women. They fucking make you do crazy shit like rearrange your room, slap people.
No.
All right. Anyways, let's move on to the next question.
Oh my god.
All right. And I like this one. Do you feel that what your partner brings to the table matters less to you the more that you are bringing in yourself?
We've
That's a
gone
good
through
one.
this before, haven't we?
I don't think so.
I feel like we have.
I don't think so. Do you feel what your partner brings to the table matters less to you the more that you are bringing in yourself? So obviously, Rick is probably having difficulty with this question because it requires that you have some kind of standards. And Rick, he doesn't have much in the way of standards because, look at him. So...
See ya.
So yeah, no, but really, how do you feel about that? Obviously you have some sort of standard of how you want your partner, to be, or like what they bring to the table. I feel like a lot of this question is asking like financially, to be honest, like in terms of success, like, oh, well, I want somebody that can support themselves, yada, yada, yada. But does that matter less if you become more successful? Are you like, I don't really give a fuck what they bring to the table. I just need them to, suck my dick.
I don't think that thought ever.
You don't got to bring anything to the table. Just get under it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what? It's funny. The thought never really
What
occurred.
thought?
I can't have nice things when you have this fucking person
What do you
across
mean?
from me.
You have a water bottle and like you have nice things.
Like the
Don't-
keyboard, right?
You have
Yeah,
a...
like he would not shut up about this keyboard.
My fucking arm is twitching
It's
again.
a nice keyboard. I want to take a look at that real quick.
Fuck your keyboard and tell us.
The thought never occurred to me. Okay. Typically, I like to think everything's 50-50, except for
Always?
finances.
Wait, except for finances.
Yeah, like let's say you like move together and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
I'd keep that separate.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that your bank account is your bank account, basically. Don't touch it. All your money's your money, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying that everything's 50-50.
Like in terms of like, because you're thinking we're talking finances, but I'm also thinking the effort put into a relationship period as well is
Okay.
50-50. But
So
in terms of
everything's
finances,
50-50.
that's
Okay, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
If you go out to dinner,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a date, it's just a regular dinner.
No, I'm paying for all that shit.
Okay, so
The
it's
fuck?
not 50-50.
That's just what I fucking do. You've seen my fucking parents and how
Right.
how they've like taught me my whole fucking life is
Right.
make sure you fucking get the bill before they find out.
Right.
You fucking know. Fuck you.
So then,
I think what he's still saying though is, 50-50 in the sense of, yeah, he may be putting in the effort paying for dinner and stuff.
Right.
But as long as they're still putting in the effort in other ways. I mean, you look at like old school relationships where it's okay, the guy's the one bringing in the money and paying for all this and that, but he comes home to a house that's well kept, kids that are,
right.
properly raised and taken care of. There's different aspects to it. And I'm not saying that's, that, she has to, doesn't matter. If you want to work.
It could be the opposite. Rick
it could be the opposite.
Cleaning.
It could
I'll
be.
fucking do it, man.
I mean, clearly, he's good at
rearranging,
reorganizing.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's interior decorating. Okay, got it. Cool.
I agree with him on the, the 50-50 aspect of it. Because if it's to the point where one person is constantly, constantly paying for everything, constantly putting in the effort, constantly trying to put in the time and make time, it becomes...
So, like, let me ask you this, right? Let's just say you meet a girl and you are maybe currently doing whatever it is you're doing, right? Jonathan, can we talk about your job? Can we tell them what you do? So, Jonathan, you work on armored cars, right?
Yes,
for the government.
I build armored cars.
Right. So, you're building armored cars for the government, and you meet a girl, and let's just say that maybe she lacks ambition, and she's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, she's just here to enjoy herself.
Yeah.
Would that bother you? Do you want somebody?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's you.
Okay. Perfect.
You don't have to have the same drive. I feel like if you have someone who has the same drive as you to the point where they want the same things,
right.
Then it gets to the point where, okay, it could become competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I build and race cars. If I date someone who wants to build and race cars, it's going to constantly become, well, my car's faster than yours.
Right.
My turbo's bigger than yours. It's always going to become this back and forth that, and it takes away from the aspect of doing something together.
Right.
But for sure, it has to be someone who has a drive.
Right.
Whether it's, this day and age, you can make money doing anything. You can make money sitting at a desk in front of a camera playing video games, which is perfectly fine. There are people that do that make more than I do, and I build fucking armored cars.
Right. So let me ask you this. Let's say, I guess this question is more so asking, let's say that you were uber successful, like wealthy. Mm-hmm. Do you give a fuck if the girl has lax ambition? Do you still want her to have goals, or
yes, because
do you
I
care
feel like
less?
I would still want them to have goals, just because I feel like if they don't, you become more careless with things. You don't put the attention to detail to things. You don't put into thought, what could be the potential repercussions.
You're more of a liability.
Exactly. Because then it becomes, okay, cool, I have this money and freedom to do whatever I want.
Right.
And then it's, hey, by the way, I decided, let's redo the kitchen. It's only $50,000. And it's like,
So are you saying as you get more successful, you'll stop being friends with Rick? No, I'm just kidding.
No, because think of it this way. It's an investment. It's free entertainment. People pay to go to the movies. People pay for subscriptions for all this crap.
Yeah.
I get to just hang out with him and get all that for free.
Yeah. True.
Do I take that as a compliment?
People are paying to watch him on the internet. So Rick, you obviously feel then the same way. You want somebody that is going to put in effort. It doesn't matter, how successful you are. You want them to have their own drive and goals and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So it's not like, oh, well, if I, move up the ladder, then your camera stopped recording again.
You know what? Fuck me. I'm out of here.
It's all right. I turned it right back on. So you're not of the ilk of like, yeah, as I become more successful, I'll just take care of you and you don't have to do shit. You're more like, nah, you better have your own life.
I would expect somebody to have their own life, seeing as they're a human being. Yes.
Interesting.
Honestly, in my opinion, I kind of find it a point of attraction if they are someone with that drive and
right.
they want to do something.
Sure.
Right.
Like a girl that I was talking to beforehand, our lovely guest from the wedding, fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Who she is successful. She runs her own, I think now 2 of her own businesses and side things. She,
Nice.
It's like, okay, damn, you have this drive, you see what you want and you're working towards it. Not just so much of, yeah, I'm going to wing it and whatever happens.
Right.
Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not something that's like appealing.
Right.
You look at it, it's like, okay, so if you're just kind of like whatever happens, you don't really care about what happens. You're not trying to put in the effort to better yourself or your situation or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to look at that in the long run. Okay, if you
It's
start
unattractive, basically.
Exactly. I honestly don't find it attractive. It's honestly a turn off and a put off to the point where it's like, okay, well, if you're perfectly fine being nowhere and going nowhere, you know,
Being a
respectively,
dodo head, yeah.
then it's like, okay, I'm sorry, that's not what I want.
But aren't they fun though? The dodo heads, aren't they fun to keep around? Especially if you're like, let's say you're wealthy. I mean, you just have these dumb bitches all around you. I mean, that would be kind of fun, right?
I mean, I can't speak on that aspect because unfortunately I'm not wealthy. I've made very poor. I drive a bright pink race car that breaks down numerous times a month.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
And a crazy cart,
Yes,
same color.
crazy
like
car's
it.
more reliable than the car.
Sad part.
Yeah, I would agree with you, gentlemen. It does say your partner, so I do think that bird brain bitches are kind of fun to just have fun with, but there is a level of like attraction that goes missing when they have nothing going on for their life and they're just like, you know what I'm saying?
Can we get that clipped?
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So I think we answered that question. It doesn't necessarily change the more successful you are. Although I will say though, I think that like I'd be okay with my partner taking on less, like
Yes.
if I'm good, like
Yes, like I said, it's not so much as strictly financial,
right.
but as long as it's still 50-50.
There's something, right?
Exactly. It's okay. You might not have to be providing more financially to
But
it.
do the laundry,
Do the laundry.
right? Because I'm busy making money,
Exactly.
right? Okay, or vice versa, Rick,
Yeah,
right?
here.
Rick,
Yes, I'll do the
vice
laundry.
versa. You'll do
I
the
mean,
laundry
there's-
while your baby's in court.
There's a video
Right?
that very perfectly explained this, and I forget the name of the actor because I don't watch too much TV. But the guy,
Will Smith.
No, not Will. The gentleman who plays what is it? Not Hawkeye. The
Jeremy
Falcon.
Renner. Oh, Anthony Mackie.
Okay, so he was on a show with, I don't fucking know because again I don't watch this shit, and they're
Right.
talking about it, and the whole gender role portion of it.
Right.
They're asking women, okay, do you think the man should always pay this and that, whatever? And he made a great point of, okay, if you're always expecting the man to pay, then you make daddy a sandwich when he wants a sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
Were his exact words. Where it was he was
Jeez.
asking the two female hosts, okay, if you're going out and your man says we're gonna go Dutch, and they're like, no, if we're going out, you're paying for me, and this,
Right.
and he's like, all right, so you make daddy a sandwich,
That's hilarious.
and it's a harsh way to put it, but that it has to be reciprocated. If I'm always going out and I'm always the one paying and driving and doing this and that, which I have no issue for,
Right.
you have to be bringing
Slapping
something
people in
to
the face for you. Yeah.
like you have to be
exactly.
bringing something to it.
Yeah.
Which
that
isn't like literally a sandwich, like a metaphorical sandwich.
Yes, it could be a metaphorical sandwich.
Literally, I mean,
Like I work on cars and it's frustrating. You can just walk out and just be like, I brought you a beer, and it's like, cool, love you.
there's only two things you need to do as a woman if you really just want to make a man happy. They're very simple creatures. You just got to fuck them and feed them. And that's it. That's it. It's the fucking key. Right there. Am I wrong, Rick? Am I fucking wrong?
You're not wrong, but I do feel it can change, and it doesn't necessarily always have to be that.
I mean, sure, you could do a different arrangement, but
rules
if
change.
you do that bare minimum of those two things, he's gonna be happy. I promise you. I promise you, he will be happy.
That is the basics right there.
Right?
It's not a secret.
Fuck him and feed him, and that's it. All right. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean, you could really get. Ladies, take note. You want your man to do something, either make him food and be like, hey, I brought you this.
Right.
Do you think when you're done eating, can you do this for me?
right, exactly. My
Or just like,
grandfather
hey,
says
I
that
really-
all the time.
Like it's unfortunately true. Like you said, we are simple creatures. We're all stupid.
My grandfather says that to my grandmother. He's like, look, you just need to have sex with me and make me a sandwich. That's it. I'm not even kidding. He says that. Anyways, you know what time it is?
I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Oh my god, lightning, lightning, holy shit.
asshole, what the
Lightning,
What the fuck?
lightning,
Oh, God,
lightning,
Harder.
lightning,
Please, Dad.
lightning.
It's the lightning round, Rick.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I know
right.
it's a lightning round. I kind of
And
figured.
this is where we attempt to answer rapid fire questions, but we fail. All right, so let's get into it. First question: ass or titties, Jonathan?
Ass.
Titties.
Both.
No. Marry the ass, buy the titties.
Titties.
Marry the ass, buy the titties. I can't agree. I need both. I'm selfish.
I can appreciate both.
I
but
can
titties.
appreciate both. It has to be proportionate, though. It can't be like gigantic ass and no tits. All right, they have to be in
Somewhat
proportion.
proportion?
They have to be somewhat proportional to
One's
the
got
other.
to be big, though.
But I am forever biased towards ass.
Okay, and you said what? You said titties.
Yes.
Okay, and I said both because I'm selfish. Okay, cool. I mean, if you can't get both from one, just have one wife that does one. And
I feel like you're saying that because you don't get either of those things.
Ooh, burn. Damn.
Thank you.
Rick
Thank
with
you.
the burn.
Terrible high five. Fuck.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
That was a good burn.
Thank you.
And I'll have you know that the men that I see have both. All right. Anyway.
Voluptuous,
You
right?
said you wouldn't tell.
Oh, God, Jonathan, our secret's out. All right. How much money is enough money?
I feel like
How
When I
much
can
money?
when I can get the race car reliable enough that it won't break.
That's it. You just
that's it.
He just ladies just fucking feed him and fix his race car.
There you go.
All right, Rick. How much money is enough money?
when I can pay the bills and not worry about
So just paying the bills.
if I
what
can
you have
if
right
I,
now.
If I can pay the bills, be comfortable up
Yeah.
until the next round of bills.
Your camera just went off.
God damn it.
Okay.
Then I'll be comfortable.
Okay, so you just want to pay bills.
That's it.
For me, it's
I
not
want to
enough.
be a millionaire.
Who wants to be a millionaire? No,
Reach
it's
so
not
big.
enough money for me until I literally can think of any idea, anything I want to do, and I can do it without even questioning whether or not I have the capability. Yeah, of course I could do that. Like Jeff Bezos, I want to go to space. Oh, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Until
Just
I have.
please have a better designer. Don't send yourself into space in a cock rocket.
Yeah. No cock rockets allowed. It'll be, well, maybe. It'll be shaped like Rick in a penis costume. Oh, bleep that. Anyways.
You're making a lot of work.
So yeah, definitely. No, you are. Your fucked up camera is making
Is it
a lot
fucked
of
up
work.
again?
No, but it's probably going to. Anyways, so yeah, until I can do whatever it is in my fucking head that I want to do without thinking about how I could pay for it, then that'll be enough money. Okay, do you actually owe anyone anything in life? You know what I
like
mean?
physically owe or
No, like, you know how people say, like, oh, you owe them. You owe them.
your parents.
Right. Do you actually owe anyone anything?
I think my parents have done enough for me that I should owe them, give them something back in return.
But what if they were fucked up?
But they're not.
I know, but I'm saying, what if they were?
Well, then fuck them.
Like, what if they kind of subjected you to a childhood that they shouldn't have?
Well, then fuck them.
So you don't owe them, even though they still, supported you, carried you through life.
But did they?
Like, okay, I'll give you.
If you're saying it's fucked up, if you put me in a fucked up scenario, why is anything being
I don't
owed?
think you inherently owe anyone anything,
Right.
but if someone does help you and provide for you in a positive way,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see an issue with wanting to give back to them, but I don't think you inherently owe it to them to give back to you.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, they're a human, they have their own life, you're human, you have your own life. Like you wanted the kid, not me.
So
I didn't
let's
choose to be here. Okay.
Exactly. Like
let's
someone
say-
had sex back in the 90s and now I'm stuck with bills.
right, exactly. What the fuck?
Fucked up.
Right?
That is
Calling my mother after this.
That is kind of like you fucking whore. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so you guys are saying no, you don't owe anyone shit, even if they're your parent.
I'd say parent.
What if they But
I don't think you necessarily owe them, but typically, you like you said, you do want to give back to them, especially as they get older. You're going to want to try to fucking provide for them and do this and that. But I don't think you owe it to them to the point that you have to
Like, do you
it.
have to? No. Go fuck yourself.
right.
Do I want to? Absolutely. They've done
What
a
if
lot
they
for
were
me.
abusive to you?
What if they were abusive? What if they... Fuck you. Okay, they weren't abusive.
No, I'm not saying I'm actually talking from my perspective.
Oh yeah, no, you do whatever you want, man.
No,
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm saying, would you in that case, would you feel like, it's my dad, I should still.
So, like, I can pitch in on both parts of this because
Yeah.
I haven't seen my biological dad since I was 2 or 3.
Uh-huh.
Fuck him. He hasn't done shit for me.
Right.
I didn't.
But
Fucking
wh-
nothing. So why am I gonna?
But what if he did though? What if he did stuff for you, but then he also tainted it by his other actions. So it was like a well, damn, he raised me, he taught me this, he got me involved in racing, let's say, or whatever the case may be, but then he also was an asshole and beat the shit out of me and this, that, and the third.
Then no.
That's an incomplete task. You didn't finish the job.
Yeah, no, it's an on-off switch. This is either a yes or a no. It's not
Right.
it's not a fucking dimmer switch here where you're like, well, maybe a little. No.
Right.
This is
But
either
either way, even if they treated you like gold, in the case of Rick's parents, right, then
10 out of 10,
you
man.
still don't feel like you owe them, but you just want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you don't feel this inherent, like, oh, I owe it to them.
No.
You sure? What if they asked you to do something that you didn't really want to do?
Oh, like what? What are you thinking?
I don't know. Not ew, you sicko. You're fucking gross. I'm just saying, what if they were like, you know, Rick, we really want you to do this, and you were like, I don't. That's not what Rick wants to do. But now,
what if your mother said, Rick, we want you to stop doing your podcast shenanigans?
Good one.
No. I'm going to keep doing my podcast shenanigans.
You will, even if they're like, we really.
If
don't
you don't
want it
stop the
anymore.
podcast, you're completely outed. You're on your own.
Damn, now you're just making this fucking real heavy, John.
My pride will say continue to do the podcast. Unfortunately, my pride will be like, oh, game on, bitch. Let's fucking go. We're gonna keep doing this podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You hear that, Mom and Dad? You fucking hear that?
It's go time.
You guys hear us out there? No. All right.
Would you
Anyway.
sponsor us? I need to get paid for something.
Yeah. Rick's about to get kicked out of his house. He rearranged his room for nothing. All right. Anyways, would you travel the world with a woman that you didn't see yourself marrying? Yeah, I would. I do. All right. Anyways, anyone else got something
I mean,
to
I've
say?
never been outside of the country. I think I've been to maybe like 7 states.
Never?
No, never.
Jonathan.
I don't even think I have a passport.
Then you're fucking friends with a foreigner. That's crazy.
Right?
You need to get a passport. All right.
Where do you
So,
wanna go?
would you travel the world with? Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Where
anyway.
would you want to go?
I'm very simple. I do whatever.
We could tell.
Yes, yes. I mean, I'm in fucking Crocs that match my fucking car.
Right.
Would I like to travel? Sure. It's never one of those things where I'm like, man, I'd really like to go here. Like,
Right.
in the instance of our friend's bachelor party, it's like, do I want to be there for you? Yeah. Do I want to leave my house? Not really.
Oh, you didn't go.
I went.
Oh.
I ended up going, and it was a great time, and
Except for
I
the part
loved
where
it.
Rick died.
Twice.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a great time. And every
Right.
single time that I have traveled, I've loved it. And it's like, damn, I should do this more. And a week later,
Sugarland Shine, the girl at Sugarland. Yeah.
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yeah. But it's, you know, every time I travel, it's one of those, man, this is a great time. I should do this again. And I'm home for like a week. And I'm like, now I remember why I stay home. This is great.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But, you know, if it was I had the full money to travel wherever I wanted, even
Right.
then I would not do the normal touristy things that like you would be like,
Right.
oh, I want to go see the Taj Mahal. My thing would be, I really want to drive my car there. I'm going to fly there with my car.
Okay. Interesting. You
Like-
just want to drive your car in different.
I just want to be able to drive all of the great tracks and places that I've grown up seeing.
So
like
Jonathan wants his life to be Need for Speed.
No, but that sounds pretty fucking cool though.
Like I have
taking your
I have a
car-
buddy who's in the Navy, so he flies all over the place for, you know, he gets to he's currently in Japan. Do you know what
Yeah.
it is to be a car guy deployed in Japan? He's like, yeah, I bought a car for shits and giggles. I go race it every weekend.
Yeah.
And when it's time to leave, I'm gonna sell it and just go back to my life.
Tokyo Drift.
Like
Rick's camera.
What the fuck is going on with my camera?
it just doesn't want
Now-
to. It just doesn't want to see.
think it will go at all.
No,
Sir, do you have enough space on your phone?
I do.
Are you sure? Did you check this?
It's not going at all now. Zeroed out.
Well, it's already an hour into the podcast, so
So what? No more shots of Rick now.
fuck you.
No more shots of Rick.
Fuck you. Suck my balls.
All right, we're not done, Rick. So we gotta hurry up. Okay, so I understand.
This while it's all happening.
Okay, Rick, would you travel the world? We'll get you on this camera. Would you travel the world or what? With a woman you didn't see yourself marrying?
Maybe. I don't know.
What
As
if
long
it
as she
was-
buys you a
Unknowingly, probably.
What if it was? What if it was?
Hello.
I'd rather fucking shoot myself.
What if it was your mother?
I love my mom.
Okay. Would you marry her? No, I'm
No,
just kidding.
no, I'm not gonna marry my mom.
Sounds like you don't really love her then. Okay, this is a good question, Rick. I really want to know your answer. So you got your camera ready or what? Jesus fuck.
No.
All right, is sex better when you're drunk or in love?
In love.
In love.
I think Beyonce said drunk in love is the
Yeah.
best.
Well,
Yes. Definitely in love, because it depends. It depends what your level of drunk is, because then you're fucking whiskey dicking it where you can't find shit. Like,
So you guys think in love sex is better? But
oh, hands
I mean,
down, hands
don't
down,
you
absolutely.
think that you could do more nasty shit when you're drunk? You can
To
get
an
away.
extent, and I wouldn't necessarily
Rick,
say
get your camera ready.
it doesn't go through what you
I
want
wouldn't
from me.
necessarily say get away. I feel like people are more open to do more things.
Right.
But a lot of times, then once you sober it up, it's like, damn, I regret doing that.
Right.
Versus, I feel like, sex in love, you have an actual connection with that person.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I feel that's completely ruined by hookup culture, where it's like,
Yeah.
fucking meaningless sex all the time.
Right.
Great stuff.
Right.
But it's like, you don't have a connection with anyone. So it's like, all right, cool.
Nah, in love is definitely the best.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best for sure. Okay, OnlyFans or Pornhub?
Pornhub.
Yeah, hands down that. I'm sorry, I'm not paying for shit that I can see for free within a couple clicks of a keyboard or some shit. But I will say I respect the hustle and
The grind.
yes, I mean there's literally grind.
Yeah. So if your
It's
girlfriend...
disappointing that there's that many people willing to pay for that
Yeah.
shit when you can get it
Watch
for
your mouth.
free.
Watch your mouth, Jonathan. Watch your mouth.
What? You got something to say over there?
OnlyFans is all the way better. It's all the way better, man. It feels more customized. Fuck Pornhub. I don't want to look at a video and see how many other sick fucks watched it with me.
What do you mean? Reading the comments are
That's
great.
the part because
No.
they're so nice.
No, I don't want to see how many other fucking weirdos are watching this shit. I want to make it feel like this bitch sent
He's
this
like,
to me.
I'm the only weirdo watching
And
this.
I'm the only fan, okay? That's what I want to feel like, the only fucking fan. This shit got sent to my inbox. I paid $50 to see this. I'm telling you what.
What?
Now, let's go back to a previous question real quick.
Wait, hold on. Wait, really quick. So I went on Pornhub once, looking at my JOI stuff.
You hear this, Rick's girlfriend?
And
Once, he
take
said.
notes.
in the comment section, hey guys, I'm a bit stuck here. How do I beat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft?
Jesus Christ. Anyways,
And they explained it step by step in the comment section.
what kind of fucking weirdos reading the comments when they're beating off? You're a fucking weirdo for that. Anyways, let's go back to a previous question real quick. And again, you see why this is the lightning round. Let's say your girlfriend, right? She's ambitious, but she's ambitious about doing OnlyFans. She makes a bunch of money doing OnlyFans. Do you have a problem with that?
I do and I don't. I have the problem with it to the point where it's like, okay, I feel like the person you're with should be the person you're with. It shouldn't be this, I'm with you and you're with everybody with a credit card.
But she's not with them. She's just showing them.
And I get that.
And
And
she's
it's,
like, look,
there
baby,
are
I need you to
people-
fuck me on camera so we can make some money.
Damn, are you splitting that 50-50? Because my dick's in there.
So
I got a race car to build.
Jonathan's like, I mean, if you want to cut me in on the profits,
Like-
then shit, by all means, show your pussy. That's fucking hilarious.
I got a race car to build. I got dreams. I got a shit that I want
Right.
to do and achieve
Right.
that unfortunately take money.
So if she's supporting your dreams as well, then it's
If
fine.
she's willing to
Yeah.
split it 50-50,
Well, goddamn. All right, then. Any OnlyFans girls, we need you to sponsor Jonathan's race car.
you can model with it.
Okay, so you guys said Pornhub, I said OnlyFans. Rick, did you get your camera fixed?
I can't get it fixed.
So
not
just
even
no
fucking
more of your dumbass face
There's no
for the
more
rest
my
of this
dumbass face for the
podcast?
rest of this
You want to
podcast.
turn that one around?
No. We're
No,
not
we
doing
got this. It's a great opportunity for us to use this fucking thing. Hi, everybody. Hello.
But we need the up close of your dumb face.
You
Why
know what?
can't you get it to work?
Hold on. Let me just take a quick picture of my
Just
ass.
you're standing over there for the rest of the podcast.
Hold on. Just give me
Yeah,
one
just put your face up against the camera.
fucking second.
You don't have any space to be taking
Apparently, I have
pictures of your
space to
ass.
take a fucking picture and send you my asshole. Okay?
You're a dumbass. All right. Anyways, lightning round.
There you go. Fuck you. Enjoy
Earlier,
it.
you brought up
You
Oscar.
can't send it. You're on airplane mode.
Fuck.
Fuck you. Listen.
Dumbass.
Earlier, you brought up Oscar Mayer wieners.
Yes.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I believe I would want to say yes,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli?
What the fuck? Oh shit! Hold on. For this, for the answer to this question, we're gonna go to our resident Italian, Rick.
No, it's not a ravioli.
Why is it not a ravioli?
Ravioli.
Because Pop-Tart isn't pasta.
Why is it not a ravioli?
Because it's not pasta. Ravioli is
Antipasti.
pasta.
I don't know, man. Show me.
Really?
Show me the definition. I want the Webster's
He doesn't
definition
need
of
to show you a
ravioli.
definition. He just needs to show you his birth certificate. He was born in Italy. He is the authority on this. Moving on.
I mean, we
Is a
always have
hot
a-
dog a sandwich, Rick? Nobody cares what you have to say because you're not on camera. All right, a hot dog is a hot dog. Fuck everyone.
It's a
How
fucking
many?
sandwich.
How many contacts do you
It's cereal
currently
to soup.
have blocked? How many people do you currently have blocked on your phone, on social media, altogether? How many people do you have blocked?
I don't think I have anybody blocked, but
Right.
I have people that I
When
don't
you
get.
see their name, you feel like, why haven't I blocked them?
I have like muted notifications, so
Yeah.
if anybody like I just don't care for texts me, I'll probably see it like 30 minutes later because
So
I didn't get
Suki?
the notification for it.
Correct.
Like Sue.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love Sue. She's great.
Don't text this number. Don't call this number.
It says ignore this number.
Ignore this number. Okay. So you have 0. I have 0. I don't need to block anybody. I'll just ignore them.
I have
But
3.
3. Jesus.
3.
Jonathan, who are you blocking?
Crazy females mostly.
Okay. That makes sense. They didn't get the memo. Fuck them, feed them, fix his race car. No, they're trying to do too much.
Yeah, no, it's.
So they're blocked. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is the lightning round. If you could go back in time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Bitcoin.
Good fucking call.
Invest more. Don't buy that fucking car.
Don't buy that fucking car. I would tell him, don't be such a pussy. Stay away from these bitches and worry about the money. But everything will work out.
There it is. But mostly Bitcoin.
But mostly Bitcoin. Absolutely. All right. Well, that was the end of the lightning round. Thanks for playing. Rick, we don't know how you feel about the lightning round because your camera's not in front of your fucking face.
Hi guys. Hello.
Fucking loser. All right. What's something... We're going to go to the last question of the podcast now. What's something people seem to misunderstand about you? Jonathan, because Rick has no camera.
Just how little of a fuck I give.
Just how little of a fuck you give.
Yes. People
They think that you give a fuck.
tend to think that I overly care about things, or that like, oh, that they can do. It's become a common thing where people in my life will basically think they can do whatever they want, or always just ask for help and this and that and whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, we're friends, so he's gonna do it. I
Right.
don't really care about your friendship.
Right.
I'm good on my own. I'm fine on my own. I don't need you here, especially if it gets to the point where it's becoming cumbersome.
Right.
See my friendship?
Great song. by
I
the
don't
way.
need your friendship. No.
Cumbersome is a great song.
I
Yeah,
really
we've
don't.
established that Jonathan is quite all right staying at home, not going anywhere.
No.
And being by himself.
You heard it, bitch.
I'm fucking happily single for 4 fucking years now. If I want to work overtime so I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, I work as late as I want. I stay out as late as I want. I do whatever the fuck I want.
This is a great fucking mindset.
I don't have to
Rearrange your room.
if
Okay.
I don't have to ask for permission for shit. I don't have to apologize for shit or explain anything. It's if you want to be here, you're here. If you don't want to be here, there's the fucking door. I have no issue fucking opening it for you.
Well, this feels personal between you and Rick.
not-
right
No.
now. It's just the whole time you were looking at him, I was like, oh
No,
shit.
that's because he wants to fuck me.
I thought he was about to slap you. Keep my wife's name.
Fucking Will
I don't
Smith,
think
you.
you've slapped me before.
I have slapped you before, a couple times.
We've gone through this.
Couple times.
Jesus,
We
Rick.
get violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a douche, Rick. All right, anyway, go
It's
ahead.
after the sex, though.
Jesus. It was good though because it was love, not drunk, right?
There you
All
go.
right.
Sometimes both.
Sometimes both.
Exactly.
The New Year's in the
Drunken
Keys?
love. Beyonce. All right. Her dad. Rest
But
in
it's
peace, breast cancer. He's alive. All right. Anyway.
so it's to the point that people expect me to just always be there and always help out with shit.
Right. So they're taking you for granted. In a way.
Yes. Because it's I'm typically the person that I need help. Let me call John.
All right.
I need my car broke down. I need to tow it. Let me call John. I need this, John.
My internet's not working.
Yeah,
Let me call
exactly.
All right.
You still working for Comcast?
Right.
Jesus fuck. But yes, exactly that. It's to the point that people just expect me that I'm always going to help. To the point that I've told people no, and it has caused issues with it.
Then they feel some type of way.
Yes, they feel some type. I currently have probably 7 or 8 friends that I have not talked to since like mid-year last year.
Yeah.
Because we went to a drift event. I'm the only person who trailered my car there and towed it there on a trailer. They all drove their car there.
Right.
And the agreement was, okay, if someone's car breaks, I'll put it on my trailer.
Right.
But then their car broke. We had 2 broken cars, and my car broke on the second day. And I'm sorry, it's my truck, it's my trailer, it's my fucking car. You're on your own.
Right.
I'm sorry that you didn't want to pay the $100 to rent a truck and trailer for a day to tow your shit here.
They're not understanding of that.
They're not understanding. It literally turned into a big enough of a thing that started having people talk shit about my back, about me, about the car, about how I do everything, this and that, whatever. So it's become to the point where it's like, I have no issue. I don't need to talk to you. You don't provide anything to me in my life.
Any type of value.
There's the fucking door. Have fun.
Right.
And I have not talked to any of them since.
Well, I think, and if people are your real friends, they respect your boundaries in a way, like they don't have to like it, right? They don't have to like it at all. But at the end of the day, they'll be like, well, okay, that's what the situation is. So
I'm sorry, if you chose to drive your car 200-300 miles away, it's not my responsibility to make sure you get back home.
Right. And I think what happens is people get in situations where they really need something, and then they're just expecting, like, oh, this person will pull through for me because they have the ability, so that means they will, and then they just assume. For example, I'm gonna give an example with Rick. Actually, I needed my swamp buggy pulled to the track, and I asked Rick if he could bring his mother's truck and pull it. Now, I could have gotten mad at it when Rick said, nah, man, it's not gonna happen. I could have been like, man, what the fuck? But you have the truck. What the fuck? But I understood, number one, it wasn't even his truck. Number two, even if Rick's like, I'm not comfortable, I have to respect that as his friend, that he's uncomfortable with the idea, and I just have to find another solution.
Yeah.
I could sit there and blame Rick for all my problems, or I could realize that the problem is actually my own, and it's nobody's fault but, whoever the fuck. Maybe it's not my fault per se, but even if it's not my particular fault, it's not Rick's fault either. And then I just have to find another solution instead of griping about it or fucking taking my anger out and being like, oh, Rick didn't want to pull my fucking butt. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's turn the cameras off and see the real stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, at the same time,
fuck you, Rick. No.
At the same time, you are close enough. I would have just fucking zip tied a license plate to the back of the buggy and drove it there. And he knows I would have.
Yeah.
No, that definitely wouldn't have. Well, plus we don't want to turn the motor too much and all that shit.
Yeah, true.
And tear up the fucking road. You know what I mean?
Fuck the road. I pay taxes for it. It's shitty already anyway.
It's already my road. I own this road.
Fuck this asphalt. All right. So yeah. Okay. So your biggest misunderstanding is people think that you give a fuck, but really you could do without them, and you give no fuck.
Not even a singular.
Even if they're on sale, you don't.
No.
Just where the fuck is it at? I don't have any fucks to give. Rick, what's the one thing that people misunderstand about you besides the fact that you're retarded?
On that note,
Yeah.
I believe I'm smarter than people make me
And
out
a
to
fifth
be.
grader? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, I've told you this before. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm
has
definitely retarded, but
Yeah. Hey, don't say that word.
No,
All
sorry,
right?
my bad.
People are watching this. They might actually be, you know what I'm saying? Mentally disabled or whatever you want to call
Horny?
it. Horny? Well, no. They're probably reading the comments on Pornhub, figuring out how to fucking...
How do you beat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft?
You know what? Nobody gives a fuck.
Drop the link for that comment section.
Yeah, if anybody knows, fucking...
Kill me.
So you think that people kind of just chalk you up to be a dummy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The words that come out of my mouth, pretty fucking stupid. But my mind is always working at like 100 miles per hour. Like I'm always thinking. It just isn't projected very well.
Right.
It also, to pitch off on that for you, I think it's also partly given you and I are very similar in the sense that we'll do whatever makes us happy. We don't really give a shit about the opinions of others on it. I mean,
Right.
Sure.
we both shared the hobby of we would recreationally go shoot kids with airsoft guns on the weekend for fun.
Right.
And a lot of people look at that and talk shit on it and talk down on it, which is understandable. You have that
Makes
opinion,
sense.
cool. More power to you.
Right.
So I think it's, and especially now with the crazy carts, I mean, shit, going around FIU on crazy carts and ending up on FIU Barstool.
Right.
And it's like, man, these guys are idiots. And it's like, yeah,
We're having fun.
we're having more fun than you are, though.
That is true.
You guys are a regular SpongeBob and Patrick, aren't you?
Who would be SpongeBob?
Does that mean you're Sandy?
Yeah, I'm Sandy.
You can be Mr.
Absolutely.
Krabs?
So can I see? So if you're Sandy, can I see them cheeks?
That's right. That's damn right. It's hard for me to breathe. All right. So yeah, Rick thinks that people think he's dumb, and he's really
Correct.
mildly intelligent. Well, I was gonna say mildly intelligent, but all right. Okay. Do you think your parents think you're dumb too, or do you think they they know how you really are?
When it comes to my parents, I haven't really thought about it. I'm sure they think that I'm.
Let's
dumb
ask
too.
them. Hey,
Hold on.
In respects
we
to
can
that,
call him right
And
now.
I'll
since
say-
I have
we
my
can
phone
call his.
available.
We can.
I'll say, keep in mind, he did say that he doesn't give a fuck if you told him to stop doing this podcast. He would just say, fuck y'all. So
I
now
think
what
that's out of fucking
As
pride.
as someone who's had numerous conversations and interactions with his parents, I think they don't think he's dumb, but I think they definitely think that he does dumb things. He's not stupid. He just has stupid tendencies.
he has the tendency to be stupid.
If I was dumb
Yeah,
and made very stupid decisions very often, I'd probably be in jail or prison.
yeah.
And I'm not.
Jesus, what the fuck do you really want to do? Goddamn.
Murder!
Vehicular manslaughter.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again. All right, and then for me, what's something people seem to misunderstand about me? That is a really good question, and I really don't fucking know, to be honest.
How do you? You told me to be ready with something, and now you don't have anything ready. Fuck you.
Yeah, nah, that's true. I
Shows
don't
up
know.
late, doesn't have answers for his own
I
questions.
know,
Like,
right?
fuck
What
it.
the fuck,
This
fucking
guy.
guy. What's something people seem to misunderstand? What?
I got one for him. People seem to think that you're a bossy person,
Yeah.
but you're actually
can
a
see that.
sweetheart.
Oh, thanks, Rick. Thanks, Rick.
That's what I would say if I was a fucking liar, actually. Fuck you. Okay, you bossy bitch.
Okay, I can see what you mean by that. The people tend to think that that I'm a bossy person, but I think it's more so
You just want things done.
I just want to I just am very ambitious. And I'm not like
Sure.
I'm not a real asshole. I just I'm trying to elevate, and I'm trying to also elevate the people around me, hopefully. Like I can't do shit myself.
Yeah.
I think that maybe people look and think that, oh yeah, blah blah blah, he's a bossy, he just wanted all himself. But I know that I damn well couldn't do all of the things that I do without other people, and so I'm very grateful for that. Like swamp buggy racing, I could not do that without
Jonathan's
you gentlemen, without
Hey,
Eddie.
give yourself credit. You picked me up and drove me there.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a lot of things without the help of many, many people. I think that it takes, this is cliche, but it does take a village. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just throw this lip in real quick. No, I'm just kidding. Beef jerky.
And I can add one towards him. You're saying that people think he's bossy.
No.
And this is speaking from my first experience when I first met you. I mean,
Yeah.
especially the way you dress and you carry yourself.
Right.
My first thought was, what a preppy, pretentious douchebag.
Yeah. Straight up, dude.
In all honesty.
Yeah.
And then and then talking with you and hanging out with you more, it's like, damn, like Ricky's, this guy's sweetheart, genuine guy, this
Yeah.
and that, whatever. And then complete fucking curveball with the fucking swamp buggy racing, going
Yeah.
from it's got. Like, I think those shoes are probably whiter and cleaner than like anything I own.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Like, he
they're
goes home-
almost
he-
as white as me.
He
Just
goes.
for the record.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go home.
Yeah.
He's gonna go home. He's gonna pull out like one of those vacuum space bags and put those shoes in them until he wears them again, just to keep them white.
Oh no! I have people that come to my house.
See, preppy, pretentious douchebag.
and they pick them up. They're called sneaky clean, by the way. And they come to your house and they pick up your shoes and they clean them and they drop them back off.
They're not a sponsor. Fuck you.
Sneaky Clean Incorporated.
Do they sneak into your home?
Yeah, that's part of the fun. Is
It's like
you
Santa
hide
Claus except for shoes.
you hide the shoes and then they sneak into your home while you're asleep and they're like, "Where the fuck are those fucking Vapor Maxes?" Yeah.
But you know,
No.
and it was like a complete curveball with
Yeah.
the swamp buggy racing, and all right, seeing like, damn,
Yeah.
okay, you know, he's getting his hands dirty in with this and that. Then you flip it to fucking country music that was a complete
Wasn't that
curveball,
something though? He
Right?
really knows how to like flip it, man.
right? Like
Yeah.
I was genuinely surprised, and I was like, damn, okay, I'll give him props for
What a
that.
two-faced bitch.
Right?
No, I would say that a lot of people they pigeonhole me based off of what they know about me. So, like, for example, I'm in an all-black fraternity, and then people that find that
Well,
out
it
first.
can't be an all black fraternity if you're in it. 'Cause
Not anymore. I infiltrated. No, so
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm in a historically black fraternity, and people that know that about me first, they think that I'm probably some kind of way, and then they meet me and they're like, "Oh, okay, he's not like that." And then they'll see other things like, "Wait, what the fuck? The Swamp Buggy Racing, the this, that, the third." They'll be like, "This is not adding up." So, yeah, I think that people kind of whatever it is they know about me, they'll assume that I'm just that way. Like, "Oh, I know what kind of guy
Yeah.
he is based off of this interest," or
Yeah.
And in reality, I'm very I guess diverse in what I
It's like a little Swiss
What I
Army
like.
knife. You just keep folding things out.
right and small.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'm very, you know what I'm saying.
Sure, are, buddy.
I'm compact. Anyways, I think that about does it for this episode of the Two Hoodies podcast. Thank you guys for helping me realize what it is about myself that people misunderstand about me. I'm honestly
Asshole.
no, I'm serious.
Douchebag.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for that, because I really had no idea what to say. I honestly was about to say
I'm perfect.
no. I was gonna say I was gonna be like, I agree with Jonathan. I think that people think, yeah, Jonathan's camera just went off too.
Yeah, good timing.
Good timing. I was gonna say that I feel like people think I give a fuck, and I really don't. You know, at the end of the day, when it all boils down to it, but I give some fucks, right, Rick?
Yes.
Just to you in the bathroom.
Thank you.
All right. Anyways,
Oh, now I'm jealous.
well, we end every episode. We end every episode with a song you've probably never heard of before, but probably should. This is Jello by Egozi. Take it away.